Greetings. So I want to speak from my heart right now. Everyone has a struggle that they face in their life that is part of their life lesson, their dharma, whatever you want to call it. For me, one of my life lessons has been and continues to be, I've definitely done a lot of work through many, many years compared to when I was in my 20s versus now. And that's the bad habit of complaining. So complaining is completely the opposite of faith. Now, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to speak from my heart. You know, when you're complaining, it feels good. You're venting, you're having venting sessions with your friends, you're complaining about things, and it's part of the journey of injustice, because until you're able to speak out about the things that feel wrong and unjust and need to be corrected, it's not going to evoke the necessary anger or dissatisfaction that's needed to make changes. But that's what I've learned. Sometimes some of us, and myself included, especially when I was younger, you can just get stuck there with complaining and venting and then not taking the action. And then when you're ready to take the action, the next part of complaining, the sister to complaining, is excuses. Complaining and excuses, they're usually best friends and they go hand in hand. And the bottom line is, if you're making excuses and if you're complaining and not willing to do anything about it, then that represents a lack of faith, because faith is going to make you take the steps, make the leaps, lean in to solutions, and lean into the discomfort, lean into the injustice, to where you take action and step out in directions that normally you wouldn't, but because you have faith, because you're trusting in God, the higher power, you are able to go in a different direction that's going to lead you away from just complaining and just venting and just, it feels good to let it out. Yes, you are exercising your throat chakra, but not taking the action is actually detrimental to your soul. So it's very important to take action, take steps of faith. Faith is not evidence of what we see. Faith is, not what we can see. We don't walk by what we see. We walk by faith, what we don't see. We're trusting that, God, Spirit is going to come along and give us the solutions that we need, but we have to be willing to take the steps of faith. And that's something that I've learned and want to share today, because God put it on my heart to share it. And that is don't just get stuck complaining. Don't just get stuck making excuses. Be willing to take the step of faith, because when you take the step of faith, that's when the next thing that goes sister to steps of faith, just like complaining has the sister of excuses, the step of faith has the sister of miracles. And yes, miracles still happen every day. And don't stop believing in miracles. Ashe.